I want to tell you some facts you may not know about your liver. I will share 2 signs of a fatty liver, then explain more before sign 3. First, a fatty liver may have no signs at all. You may have no clue you have it. That's the first thing to know. Many folks have a fatty liver. In fact, 30% of heavy kids have it, okay? And 40% of all people have it, but most don't know because there are no signs. The next sign of a fatty liver is a big belly. Look down at your belly now. Does it stick out a lot? Okay, you could have a fatty liver. Okay, this next bit is very, very key. So if you spaced out, focus again and hear what I'm saying. Because the great thing is, the liver is the one part in you that can fully fix and grow back its size. Other parts, like the pancreas, kidneys, lungs, don't fully heal. But the liver can. But you can hurt it too much, which I'll tell you now. So you have a fat cell that gets bigger if you eat too much or bad food, right? It gets so big it can't grow more. Your fat cells can't grow forever. At some point they can't grow more. Then the fat cell stops working right. It can't get blood well. It gets sore. You start to get tough stuff around fat cells, so they can't hold fat. Where does that fat go if you eat like you do now? Well, it goes out of the fat cell. It starts being kept out of the fat cell. That's called odd fat. I mean in the muscles, not in fat cells, just around the cells in the pancreas, around the heart cells, around your kidneys. There's a big space your body can put this fat in around the organs in your belly. You can hold 4 to 6 liters of this odd fat in your belly, but that's just the start because that belly can get bigger and bigger until you can hold more of this odd fat. Most of the fat in your liver is this kind of fat. It's odd. It's not in the fat cell. This kind of fat is not good healthy fat. This kind of fat makes it hard for insulin to work. Okay, so what I will say next is new to me. I just learned it. I spoke of fat in the liver, but not where it comes from. There are 3 places. Just under 60%, so 59% of liver fat, comes from fat outside the liver. It's from fat in other body parts that goes to the liver. 60%. Wow, that's wild. How does that work? Well, like I said, this fat gets harmed. You can't hold fat. So the fat breaks down and goes into the blood, ending up in the liver. Okay, so much of the fat in your liver comes from other body spots, which is neat. So that's 59%. 26% of liver fat comes from the liver making fat from sugar. So there's a way called making sugar new. That's when you make new sugar. It's not from eating sugar. It's when your liver makes sugar from things that are not sugar. Now, insulin should stop that from happening. Normally, insulin says, okay, liver, don't make fat. But with all the bad fat and not enough insulin, now cells don't get enough insulin. That makes the liver make sugar too much. So your liver makes lots and lots of sugar. This happens with diabetes, almost diabetes, and not enough insulin. And you see people with diabetes wake up with high sugar. But if they eat keto, they don't eat sugar. Where does that sugar come from? It's from the liver making sugar because of bad fat and not enough insulin, okay? Since there isn't enough insulin to stop this from occurring. But clearly, in the blood, there's tons of insulin. But in cells, insulin is lacking, so there's a big problem. The third fat source is food fat, but that's from eating sugar too. How can I say this easier? If you eat lots of fructose or glucose or carbs that become glucose, fat cells get full and can't hold more fat. It goes around organs and the liver and belly. You get insulin issues, but blood sugar seems fine at first since things are working. But insulin would be very high, but doctors don't check it. If you test blood sugar, it's fine for some time, like 10 to 15 years. Then the small parts of the pancreas get tired. They can't make enough insulin then. So we get less insulin. There's nothing to help blood sugar. So blood sugar goes up more and more, and you get diabetes, okay? They say a fatty liver goes with diabetes, bad body issues, and high blood pressure, but you can see where it starts and what causes what. We eat too many carbs, which makes our body not use insulin well and hurts fat parts. It's a bad loop. One thing makes others worse, and it all gets bad. But the main issue is eating too many carbs. How do we know that's the start of it? Okay, in short, if you put someone on a diet low in carbs, this will help fix things. You will start to lose the fat from your liver very fast. In just 2 weeks, you could lose half the fat in your liver if you try the keto diet and time-restricted eating. So cutting carbs is key. Keep in mind, the liver is the only part that can fully heal. It can take a lot and get better, but there's a limit. Too much damage can stop it from fully healing. Remember that sugar in food makes many problems. But bad fat cells all over your body also make fat in the liver. Plus, the liver is bad at its job and makes extra sugar since there's no insulin to stop it. But you have lots of insulin in your blood. All of that can get fixed if you eat fewer carbs. You must know that the third sign of a fatty liver is when your body fights insulin. There are more things to know about this, but the main thing is you need food often. If you can go a while with no food, then you likely don't have as big a problem, okay? As you eat fewer carbs and fast, it gets easier. That is a great sign that your body is using insulin better, okay? So, one way to know if you still have this problem is, can you fast for a good while, but also can you wake up with good blood sugar? Okay, so cravings. Need food often. Tiredness, I said that. Peeing a lot at night. If you wake up at night to pee, you might have bad insulin. If you help your insulin, you can fix this pee problem. Also, feeling tired after food is a sign. Once you fix this, you'll feel better after food and all day, and think clearer. Eye issues can also mean bad insulin. You may think you just need glasses, but it could be your blood sugar. So, the 3 easy things to do are eat healthy keto food with some fasting. That's key. 2. Start working out. Doing it often helps your insulin a lot. And 3, use apple cider vinegar, like 1 or 2 spoons in water a few times daily. Apple cider drinks might help your tummy, but they can really help your blood sugar levels. Now that you know how liver fat and blood sugar problems link up, watch this clip. It will give you all you need to know about blood sugar problems. It's right here.